And suddenly, everything I once worked so hard for was completely gone. I couldn't move my car for at least 3 years. My house became literally a hoarder house because I couldn't clean it. I tried my best to do it, but I just couldn't. Literally, I was laying in bed, you guys, unable to get up. So eventually, I started, looking for help medically, spiritually. And I came across this one doctor. And this one doctor was like, I don't even know how I found him, you guys. I think I was just typing like vertigo, dizziness doctors. And he was located in the city of Wilshire Street in Los Angeles. And at that time, I had my mom driving me because I couldn't drive anymore. I could barely focus. And when I would walk outside the house, you guys, I had so much freaking anxiety that everything would scare me. And then I would have to walk out like holding the wall, like all the way out or downstairs. I had to be holding the wall, you guys. So, anyways, I had brain fog. I was confused. I felt dizzy as hell, like the whole world was spinning nonstop, day and night. I was super tired. I was agitated. I started gaining massive amounts of weight. I gained about 40 pounds, you guys. And I had never ever been that big in my life. My face was literally turning to the side and I couldn't do anything for myself. So when I found this doctor, I went in there looking so fucked up, you guys, like really messed up. And the receptionist there was so nice to me, actually. And I think that was like the first person I had spoken to in a very long time. This was probably about almost a year in, probably like 8 months actually. 8 months into feeling all of these symptoms. So I start telling her my symptoms. I start telling her what I think caused it. I start telling her like what I'm going through, what I'm feeling. Like literally I had no neck, you guys. My neck was so squished like this because I was so tight. My body was literally so shut down and I was so super tight that it literally affected the discs on the back of my neck. So as I seen the doctor, I told him what I was going through and what I was feeling. And then he starts asking me more questions, right? So we start going back in history, things that I have gone through. He starts asking me things. I start remembering things and I'm like, yeah, I've been choked. I've been dragged on the floor. I've been jumped, not just by women, but also by men. I survived. I'm a motherfucking G. Just kidding. I've gone through so much. And, he started putting things together and then he started telling me, this is what's going on with you. This is what's happening to you. And, a lot of the parts that he told me I was going through physically made a lot of sense because of what I have gone through physically. Another thing, the emotional part, I remember him telling me like, you're going through so much more, even emotionally, like, I don't know what you've gone through. I don't know what you're going through, and I remember telling him a little bit, but I just remember crying a lot. I was so emotional, you guys, like nonstop crying because I couldn't believe that my life was just over. Like, how can my life be over? Because somebody just chose to be such an ass with me, like to be so mean, again, I am not labeling anybody specifically. I do not want to do that, I'm just talking based on my experience, maybe he didn't want to be that way. I don't know, I'm sure he had his reasons why, but to put it into that point of literally almost taking my life away, it's like, that's fucked up, that's messed up. But again, I'm going to continue talking about my symptoms, not the actual abuse, because I just want to avoid that for right now, due to legal disclaimers as well. So when I seen this doctor, Dr. Hall, and I started getting treated, he kind of gave me a little rundown on what I was going to feel, what I was going to go through, how I had to take care of myself after, what he was going to do. I had never had any type of session like this done at all. And honestly, I didn't even believe him at the time that this was going to help me. I was kind of in doubt, denial, because during that time, I was thrashed. Like, honestly, I was dead inside. Like, I didn't even know what else to do with myself at that time. I didn't believe in myself. I was just like a different person. Like, literally, you guys, depression, really deep black depression will make you become a different person that you don't even know of. That's why people that take their lives, you guys, they don't want to take their lives. They do it because they feel like they have no way out. Like, no way out. Like, there's nothing you can do about feeling better about yourself. Like, you don't want to feel that way, but you do, you do, because it's all inside. It's all inside of you, it's all that trauma that literally stays stuck inside your cells and lingers all over your brain, body, muscles, cells, everywhere in your body. And I'm going to tell you, even your fingers, your toes, because when I had my very first session done with Dr. Hall, you guys, I felt a sudden freaking physical relief. And I know that's kind of hard to understand because I couldn't even believe it at that moment. But guys, when I had that first session done, my body went like this. And I was like, oh my God. And then I started crying again because I felt so relieved. And then I was like, oh my God, my fingers. I never even thought that my fingers were so stiff. My fingers were also so affected. They were so stiff. I was not aware of that until it was like released. I was like, oh, wow. You guys, I walked out of there feeling so straight, so tall, and so stress-free, like so light. I remember the receptionist asking me, how do you feel? And I was like, I feel like a giraffe. I feel so tall. And I'm not going to say that it took the vertigo away right away. It didn't. He did tell me that it was a treatment session, but he wanted to see how my body would react to this. He also told me how to take care of myself after, you guys. But this session, the very first one, because I had never had this done, was a complete miracle for me. Miracle. I went home and I was able to sleep. Like, I slept a little bit better than what I had been able to sleep in the past years. Months. So I really wanted to share that experience with you guys, because recently I uploaded that video on how I was so freaking happy on Sunday, you guys. I was able to drive longer all the way to Cesar Chavez Street, and that was such a breakthrough for me. So for those that don't understand, you guys, I've been slowly starting to drive my car. Actually, last year I was able to fix the stereo because it was parked for so long that my radio burned out from the sun. And I started fixing my little car. Finally put an AC. Oh, the AC wasn't working. I finally put the AC on last year, and then I fixed the stereo. And then just little by little, I've been fixing my car, man. And like this Sunday, I was like, yo quiero comer tortillas hechas a mano. And I know this freaking badass place on Cesar Chavez. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna drive over there. I said I cannot be depending on people no more. I'm not gonna depend on my mom. I'm not gonna call my best friend Brie anymore to take me over there. Actually, I did call her, but I wanted her to go eat with me, but she couldn't. So I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm rolling solo like I always have. So then I got in my car, I jumped in, I fucking blasted my oldies like I used to, and I just felt so free, you guys. So if you guys haven't seen that video, that was a huge breakthrough for me, you guys, because I was very sick and bedbound for about, I'm gonna tell you, like, it was since 2019, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Dude, it's been 5 years. But I did start driving last year.
It's so hard to break a fucking habit.
What do I do? Remember. Anyways, I had started getting into my car, and then I started driving front and back in my driveway. And then little by little, I started gaining like more confidence, right? And then I was able to drive like, okay, I'm gonna go around the block. Okay, I'm gonna go around the block, and I'm gonna go park outside and then come back in, you know? That's how I started driving, you guys. And then, oh, this is why, because I had an event. I had a book signing event in Elysian Park, and I drove there. But let me tell you, and I have co-signers that can co-sign on this. When I was over there, you guys, I still wasn't feeling too good. I'm still not feeling good. I don't know if I'm ever going to be 100%, but I was laying down on the floor. I had to. I'm like, I'm going to live this moment for now, and I'm not going to let anything stop me. Like, I want a book sign. I want people to know about my books. I want people to know who the fuck I am, because that's my fucking legacy, you guys. Like, the day that I die, I want my kids, my grandkids, people that can help my story, help them move forward in life, to say, fuck yeah, she had the balls to literally talk about this. Because you know what? It's not easy talking about things. Mamash. It's not easy talking about things that you really don't want to put out there. And let me tell you, this was very, mommy, this was very embarrassing to me. I'm going to try and find the courage to share pictures of how I look. I didn't take too many because obviously this was a very sad moment in my life, you guys. I was literally in the edge of taking my own life away because I felt hopeless, worthless. I felt like a nothing in this world. So if I do, then you guys can relate it to this video and know what the hell I'm talking about. So anyways, I'm gonna get back to my cat, you guys. I just really wanted to share that. Stay tuned, because I'm bringing in Dr. Hall, the doctor that helped me get my healing process started, you guys. I'm gonna bring him on live on my TikTok so that he can talk a little bit more about my condition, what he saw, what he did, and how he helped me start my healing process, okay, you guys? Physically. And eventually, things just started running smooth after that. I'm not gonna say that they ran super smooth to where I'm like, oh, okay, I have everything going good and everything. No, it didn't work like that, you guys. Life ain't easy. And you know what? Nobody tells you that life is going to be hard. Nobody tells you what you're going to go through in life. But one thing I will tell you is every single day that you wake up in the morning, you guys, you have the power to reinvent yourself. I choose to not live my life with limits anymore, you guys. Hey, do you guys know that song? I'm going to love you like I'm going to lose you. If you listen to that song and you live by it, you're going to do things that you never imagined you have the balls to do. And I hope I don't get blocked for this, but let me tell you, I choose not to live my life with limitations anymore, because the more I try to be careful, yes, you do need to be careful and be aware of things, but at the same time, you guys, let loose a little bit. Oh my God, life is so short. Maybe not short. The thing is, I'm 43 now. I'm not going to be 43 next year. And I'm not going to be 43 the next year, you guys. So you know what? Hell that. I have no one to tell me anything. I have no one to give explanations to on anything. I live my own life the way that I want to, and I hope that you choose. You choose you. You choose to live the life that you want and not care what anybody thinks about you, because at the end of the day, guess what? We're all dying. I'm going to die. You're going to die. And you know what? It'll be like nothing. Those people that talked about you are not even going to remember what you did, because they're going to be fucking dead too. So I'm sorry to be so blunt like that, but take that into consideration and stay tuned, you guys. I'm so glad that you guys let me share my story. I didn't want to, but now that I did, I feel so much better, you guys. So stay tuned for more, you guys. I love you. All my supporters that have been there with me since day one. I freaking love you guys. You know who you are. I don't need to mention it, but thank you so much.